All right, so I'm just going to show you some substitutions that you can use if you're going to be on like a maker's diet and you're using the Cook Once Eat All Week, because there are times that they use pork and different cheeses and different things that you could eat even a little bit more clean. And they do have suggestions on the sides for if you want to be dairy free and that type of thing. But also, whenever it says pork, I'll just use like chicken thighs and throw it into a crock pot for pulled pork. And what I do for when they ask for pepperoni, like what's going to be in that recipe coming up, I use an uncured turkey pepperoni. And this is by Applegate. That's a really good brand, Applegate Naturals. And it looks and tastes pretty much like regular pepperoni, but it doesn't have the pork in it, no antibiotics, and no nitrates. And those are the things you want to be careful of when you're buying meats that are prepared ahead of time. The other thing is if you're gluten-free and you buy shredded cheese, often they use like a flour to keep them from clumping together, so you have to be careful. And so this is an organic shredded cheese that is using a cellulose that you can do, but even, you know, there's always good, better, best is even to shred your own. So if you use a good organic cheese and you're not allergic to dairy, that would be, you know, going organic is going to be a good deal. What I'm using for gluten-free bread for that turkey and cheese sandwich is, this one is a seeds and grains, and it's gluten-free and it's all plant-based. And let's see, the brand is Little Northern Bakehouse. So, and that's just a really nice little kind of sprouted wheat. If you are like a sprouted wheat, if you are not gluten-free, a sprouted bread is always going to be easier to digest than a regular wheat bread. And then when you're looking at a sausage, like if you're going to throw sausage into a pizza, one of my favorites is the Gilbert's brand. And this one is a caprese chicken sausage. And so it's made out of chicken. It doesn't have the antibiotics and the nitrates in it. And what's really nice is they come in separate packages, so you can pull out one at a time. And you can see this is still frozen. I've kept it in the freezer. So like when I'm making a pizza and you want kind of sausage and pepperoni, I would use this pepperoni and then slice this and maybe even cube it or dice it, and then that would be my sausage. So something really nice to get at your store. Sometimes you just don't feel like mincing your own garlic. And so this is in the freezer section, and you can just pop out the amount that you need. And 1 cube would be equal to 1 garlic clove. And so if I am making up a sauce, and I just made a really yummy sauce here, I used just the cubes of the garlic that I needed, and then obviously I used up all my ginger, but I used the crushed ginger, and here 1 cube is a teaspoon, and I needed 2 tablespoons, so it was 6 of them. But I just popped them right into my sauce, and there was no shredding or anything that I needed to do, so super easy. And then cilantro is one of those difficult things sometimes to wash, chop, and all that, even to grow sometimes. And this is organic, and I keep this in the freezer, and it's all ready to go, and you can just sprinkle it on whatever. And you can get this in chives or whatever. So those are just a couple of things that I brought along to show you for alternatives for you know, making your food healthy but also quick.